you want to know how to take care of your instrument, stay tuned.
Guys, welcome to Hero Bass, a place where we talk about bass gear, and music related topics. My name is Norb. I hope you're doing awesomely well today. In today's episode, we're just going to take a look at how I make a quick string change on my bass, the tools I use, and a few extra tips on how to take care of your instrument. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a repair guy. I'm not a luthier by any chance. These are just little things I have picked up along my journey as a bass player. This is not set in stone. This can be done in so many other different ways. This is the way I found that has helped me. You know, I just like to have my instruments in super playing condition, if you will. First of all, let's see what we need. Of course, we need the strings. I have a few cloths here. You know, I use different cloths for different purposes, essentially. Tape to cover the fretboard. SteelWool, we're gonna use that to clean the frets. I have this Power Pick Pro from ErnieBall as well. The strings, take them off. String clippers. Again, you can use one of these winders to like get the strings out as well. Pencil, something to clear the dust around, just in case you need it. Blade, something to polish the instrument with, and this the neck holder, if you will. Essentially how I deal with this is as follows. Bass on the table, just make sure it's steady there. Also, another thing you might need, a tuner. I got this Polytune mini clip going on. I like that one a whole bunch. First things though, let's get the strings out. Cool, so all strings are right now out. Get the string cutter. Part of this string is bass string through. Now that we have the strings out, what I like to do is I like to take the neck. So when I get to the bottom part, the one thing I want to do and I want to be conscious about, the frets get narrow. So what I'm going to do is just take a piece of tape, put it to one corner, make it fit, and I kind of bend it in the middle and just, just go over it. The fret is pretty much all taped up, essentially the parts that I needed to be taken care of. Also, I like to take the poles just because, Magnus is going to withdraw some of the stuff from the SteelWool, and I don't want that to happen. Pretty much I keep the pick guard on, I keep everything on, don't move anything else, and just take care of that. Would have to be take the SteelWool and just go over each fret. I like to start from the bottom to the top, so that way if I have any or can start from the top to the bottom, it doesn't really matter. Just be consistent with all that you're doing. So I think we can see this clearly. This fret right here has been polished. This one hasn't. So this is like a little before and after. And they both feel really differently. You see all the shininess coming up through them. After I'm done doing this whole fret thing, I like to go over it and double check it and just make sure that every single fret it's polished and it's cleaned enough. That looks good to me. Now let's untape this one. Something I like to do, I don't typically do it every single time I do it. I'm just gonna do it for the purpose of this video. Is just go over the neck and take a little of the SteelWool and just go through it, okay? Essentially cleaning a little bit of, any extra things that might be there. Since we did that, I just like to take this cloth that now I'm gonna clean up all the axes, all the I'm not gonna take these out just yet. I'm gonna leave them there for a minute. Since we're still working on the neck, another thing I like to do is I like to get some pencil. This is a mechanical pencil, and what I like to do is I like to go. It already has a bunch of graphite in it. I just like to put a little extra in it just in case there's anything needed. This is gonna help with string lubrication and just allowing the string to move and not get kind of stuck on it. Another thing I like to do is just go around it and just clean up any extra dust that might have accumulated over time. That necessarily doesn't, mean anything wrong with it, but just clean anything that's excessively in. Next thing I like to do, I like to take pick guard out. I'm gonna use this component from MusicNomad. It's just pretty much a polish for the gloss. Okay, so once that's all done, I like to flip the base around and start applying from the back to the front. How this is done is just give it a good shake. And that's that. Let's talk about strings. For this bass, I have this bass strum from E flat, B flat, F, all the way to C with the drop tuner, which is gonna tune down the bass to drop B flat. The strings that I currently use for this one is ErnieBall's Power Slinkies. And what I do is I take from the 70 all the way to the 135, high 50. So I stretch the string as far as I can go. And what I do is I measure, I try to cut almost an inch-ish. So in this case, I'm gonna cut a little bit over an inch from the first tuning peg for the last one, I should say. And that's that. Now, when doing this, just like to bend it a little bit. Put it in the spot. Okay. Bend it a little bit. And here we go. Get your drilling on. Essentially, this bass is done. It's already been tuned, plays incredibly well. That's it. So that's it, guys. Thank you for checking out this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I'll see you guys in the next one.